It's interesting, some things are actually better from a distance. We hear a lot about shepherding, and yet we live in a society that has very little firsthand experience with it. So we have to reflect secondhand from a distance on shepherding. But it's still valuable, in some ways, maybe even better because it allows for expansion of thought that secondhand experience always seems to allow. I remember the first time I visited a television studio. It was the studios of the television icon Sesame Street. And I looked around expecting to see so much, and I remember saying, this is it. It was somewhat disillusioning. It was rather mundane. No Big Bird or Oscar the Grouch, no happy music playing. Ironically, for years, my ministry is centered in just that, in television studios. And when folks come in, they often say to me, this is it? I suppose the same is true with shepherding firsthand. It's rather mundane. It's a favorite metaphor of Jesus, though, when he talks about discipleship and his relationship with us. Think about it as second-handers. The spiritual life is about the mundane, isn't it? The persistence, the everyday, the steadfastness of faith that is often the locus of true, deep holiness. It's not so much about the flash or the grandiose. The lives of the saints are filled with stories of everyday shepherding in good times and in bad, and in sickness and in health. Good shepherding doesn't win Emmys. No, good shepherding is the everyday of a life of faith. It's loving parenting, it's faithful and forgiving marital love, it's sacred patience in the midst of the most unique moments in modern history. The shepherd is there to guide us, and for us, we see him as he is, not some magical and distant flashy production, but as the constant everyday presence of divine mercy, calling to us to shepherd those entrusted to us in the spirit of the Good Shepherd. St. Joseph, under the title of worker, which we celebrate today, was par excellence one of those good shepherds, doing the work of parenting and caring for a family day in and day out. There's not a great deal of mention for that quote-unquote work, but he is someone we turn to today and ask intercession to help us in our shepherding, in our effort every day to establish the kingdom in our midst.